Hey, the Book Dude Studios here, back with a Lego video. Today we're going to be looking at how to get better at building MOCs. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. So number one, this especially goes for Star Wars MOCs, is greebling. It's like deep detailed uh it's yeah, like I said, it usually goes for like Star Wars MOCs. Like it's like detailed pipeworks or something. Like if you're building the Death Stars or Star Destroyer, this will definitely help. But yeah, next up is this will help for rock work. It's not rock work or studs not on top. It uses those like bricks with stud on the side as well as one on the top. But yeah, if you're building a big if you're like building a big mountain, I would not recommend doing this because it takes a lot more time. But if you're just making a small mountain or hill or something, like the one in the picture, I would recommend doing this. Next up is customs, like custom minifigs. I wouldn't recommend doing this for too much either way. Otherwise, it's just all gonna be not real Lego stuff. But I would only recommend doing this for like parts that Lego doesn't make that you want to use in your MOCs. But yeah, um next stuff is accurate minifigs. Like I see this in Clone Troopers MOCs. They mix Phase 1 Clone Troopers with Phase 2 Clone Troopers, and which isn't accurate to really anything. But yeah, this also goes for like city MOCs. I wouldn't recommend like mixing flesh colored heads with yellow heads. It just doesn't really mix well. But yeah, next up is color usage. Like if you want to make a spooky MOC, use like black, gray, um dark brown colors like that. And if you want to make a happy MOC, like use white, yellow, orange, red, you know what I mean. Next up is detailed walls. Instead of using just regular bricks or masonry bricks, be creative. Like it doesn't have to look like what the picture has right now. It can be look like anything really. Um, like once again, if it's a big wall, I wouldn't recommend doing this. But if it's just like a small little wall, be creative. Uh, use a bunch of unique parts and stuff. Yeah, next up is size. Um, you don't need to have a big MOC in order to be good. It can be any size, but yeah, I wouldn't recommend like squeezing it down to not even close to minifig scale, but it doesn't have to be massive either. Like imagine a minifig scale uh Death Star. That would be like a few miles big, wide, whatever. But doesn't have to be tiny, so it only fits one minifig. Um, next up is detail. Um, this sort of goes with greebling. For just put a lot of, if it's a big MOC, don't put way too much detail, otherwise they're gonna be very, very, very. It would use a ton of parts, but don't use no detail either because what's a MOC without detail? Yeah. Next up is accuracy. This especially goes for if you want to like build something that already exists. Like for example, the picture on right now. It's like the UCS TIE fighter looks very, very close to what you see in the real Star Wars. But yeah, um, this also goes for non theme stuff. Just like make it look like what you want it to look like, I guess. Next up, lastly, is building techniques. I mean, look at the picture on the screen right now. What the heck is that? I mean, be creative with building techniques. Um, yeah, you can use a lot of techniques in unique ways, and that makes your mocks better. And yeah, keep in mind that you don't need to use all of these or actually any of these to make a good mock. Just make sure, yeah, like I said, you don't have to use pretty much any of these to make a good mock. And if you don't use any of these, it doesn't mean you made a bad mock at all. Just be creative, and yeah, that's pretty much, yeah. Oh, so yeah, uh, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe because it really helps out this channel. I will see you in the next video. Bye.